Good afternoon and welcome to the Ormiston College Sports Centre for round 6, game 2 of the HART Sapphire series between the Carina Leagues Club Tigers and the Brisbane North Cougars. I'm Zach Vonhoff and I'm here with Sam Davids. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to be here.
Another exciting game shaping up here. Both teams looking for a win. Yeah. Cougars have been doing quite well this season. And as we have a look at the home team's lineup, we've got goal shooter Amy Somerville, goal attack Alexia Baker, wing attack Katie Walker, centre is Alana Schuster, wing defence Claire Haig, goal defence Chanel Gomez, and goalkeeper Madison Cooley. Lily Grubel and Maddie Grant are on the bench for them and coached by Tracy Bruce as we turn over to the Brisbane North Cougars.
So for the Brisbane North Cougars today, the lineup are goal shooter Riley Holland, goal attack Binnen Hunt, wing attack Chanel Dyer, centre Macy Gardner, wing defence Maddie Hinchcliffe, goal defence Ruby Bakewell-Doran, goalkeeper Remy Camo, and we've got 3 ladies on the bench, Mia Stour, Ali McLeod, Georgia Fenney, and they are coached by Elizabeth White. So if we have a look at the table at the moment as it stands, the competition ladder, the Cougars are on top of the table. There's a significant difference between them and second place Ipswich Jets, but we've just had the Wildcats and the USC Thunder play their game up at the Sunny Coast this afternoon.
And the Wildcats getting up there 60 points to 51, so they'll push their lead out too. So it's quite close there between the Carina Leagues Club Tigers and the USC Thunder. So if Carina Leagues Club Tigers can get up this afternoon, they'll be pushing for a top 4 spot. Which no doubt they'll be very keen to do and very capable of doing too. So this round 6 marks the first time in 4 weeks that the Suncorp Super Netball players aren't with these teams. They're back in their respective clubs in the Suncorp Super Netball. So
given the World Cup is now finished.
Yeah, very exciting times there. We were all on our edge of our seats for 10 days of competition. So
I have to say it's a very nice turnout here at Ormiston College today at the East Tigers home ground, isn't it?
I find, the East do always come out in droves, and they did have a bit of a little club game.
A regional association game.
Just prior to this as we were strolling in. So, lots of young players around, young umpires, and obviously lots of fans, which is great to see.
Yeah, it's good to see.
The Tigers did get up over the Cougars in the Ruby game earlier on. So the Tigers will be going for 2 from 2 here this afternoon in the Ruby and the Sapphire series, no doubt. And we see our teams just getting introduced here. So what are you expecting from this game today, Samantha?
Look, I think it's going to be a really tough battle because I think the Tigers are really going to want to give their home crowd a win, especially after their Ruby team has put one away. So it's going to be a tough battle, and the Cougars are going to have to really be on their game for all of
Look, and I think
40 minutes.
This Tigers team is very capable. After that first round loss to the Jets they have put in some really great battles and getting some really great wins. We do see Schuster starting in centre, which, typically that might be a position that we see with Katie Walker, but she's fronting up against Macy Gardner, who did have a little run on the Queensland Firebirds bench yesterday.
She did. That was her debut.
Yes, obviously with the Suncorp Super Netball World Cup hangover happening, the teams can have up to 12 players on their bench there, so Macy getting a run on the Suncorp Super Netball
which is great, and she's backing it up today. So we started with a Tigers centre pass. And they're
already halted up there by the Cougars with some
trying
great
to penetrate
defense.
that circle, and they're having to do a lot of passing around and patient work around the circle to try and get it in.
Some excellent refeeding though, and they're just not wanting to give that ball away. Amy Somerville to take the penalty, and she's our number 2 goal shooter in the league.
Yes, that's correct. Nice long bomb there, the high ones, as you call it, Zach.
As we come to expect by Amy Somerville.
Yes, definitely.
So Cougars.
Oh, Cougars very quick to get that ball into the circle with
Riley Holland sinking the goal.
Oh,
good
bit of a
chase
tip on
there
that.
by Katie Walker to keep that ball in.
And to keep that possession.
So good mid-court pressure once again by the Cougars, but the Tigers using the swing ball and into Alexia Baker.
That was a really nice pass in there from Schuster. And it'll be a Cougars centre pass. It's a step for the goal attack.
Umpires today are Cara Wennebaum and Kimberly Foreman. Reserve umpire Claire Johnson. And we just about had a ball. Were you ready to catch that, Sam?
Yeah, I was ready. Oh, okay. So Cougars have managed to pick up a loose ball here. Let's see. It's 2-1. Let's see what they can do with it.
First kind of turnover for the game, so it's important to capitalise on these early ones.
Yeah, definitely. All the swing passes being used a lot here. We do like a swing ball, don't we, Zach?
Absolutely.
All right, so it's 2-2. Tigers centre pass. Yeah, this pressure from the Cougars is, they're actually pretty famous for this mid-court press, and it started early, right up at that halfway. All right, so there's been a turnover. Ball's gone out. It's Cougars' possession. Oh, hard luck.
Riley
missed that tip.
to hold on to that ball there.
But the Cougars are good in defence, so let's see them put that pressure on. See if the Tigers can penetrate that circle early on, which is something that they haven't managed to do thus far.
Katie Walker's already shown her dominance in that wing attack position. She's doing a lot of work, re-offering, and
she's quite
getting onto the circle quite well. Baker just missing that shot there. Pops it into Amy Somerville.
With the high one.
Oh, and a bit of a...
I think Katie Walker's hurt her finger.
She's one of those jabs. I think that's a typical netball injury there, just getting the knob on the finger. I think we've all had those ones.
Yeah,
Shake it out, Katie Walker, as Riley Holland
puts that one away. So it's, 3-3.
So a couple of turnovers early on, but it's still quite close here.
Early on.
3-3. Tigers very happy to just pass this ball around, not willing to give away any ball.
Very patient with their passing. They're securing the possession. Oh, and as we say that, commentators curse.
Well, Amy Somerville just getting stuck underneath the legs of Bakewell Doran, and then Camo able to pick up the loose balls. So
good vision there by Macy Gardner. Hard luck. Hunt just passed that ball a little bit too high for Dwyer across the circle edge.
And then an offside call as well.
So the Tigers could make something of this now. This is an opportunity for them.
And there's that mid-court pressure just opening up the intercept opportunity for Binion Hunt.
Yeah, unfortunately there was a contact call. Yeah, sorry. You called it. You called the contact call.
Called the contact.
Amy Somerville from quite far out, and there she goes.
There it is. She's on song this afternoon here for the home crowd.
She is doing very well, isn't she?
I've got to love Amy Somerville.
We do love the long bombs, don't we?
And look, she's
makes for an exciting game. Oh, lovely athleticism there by Riley Holland as she was falling out of the court. She's managed to retain that possession for the Cougars, and Hunt will put the shot up. And it's still 4 apiece. Tigers having to look back.
Ooh, slipped ball there by Somerville, and she's just slipped out of court as well.
She's called
the sideline. Tried to keeping the ball in play, so an opportunity again for the Cougars. Good pressure by the Tigers. They're just holding up the shot. Maddie Hinchcliffe coming through the middle channel there.
And ball straight into Riley.
Once it gets through that, over that transverse line, the Cougars are having quite easy access into...
it's very clean for them to get it down into that circle, isn't it? Now, I think, this goalkeeper for the Tigers... Madison Cooley, yeah. She's quite... she's hanging off Riley a little bit. She's not really... there's not much contest on the body in her defence. So she's... She must be out there looking. She's looking for something.
Yeah, just off the body defence there. So
yeah,
different defenders obviously have different ways of playing. Yeah, this is obviously a plan by the Tigers this afternoon.
Could be. So we've got
Gomez
just out of play, and Hunt's. Oh no, she's passed it off to Riley. We thought she was going to go for the long bomb.
No, so that's an Amy Somerville. See, that's where you got confused. That's an Amy Somerville favourite, not Gideon Hunt.
But Riley was there because
to the post, yeah.
So I feel like just as we've said that about Cooley, the defence has changed a little bit, and she is contesting a bit more on the body once again in the commentator's curse.
Well, maybe it's the commentator's encouragement. Well, changing it up. It's a good time to change 7-8 minutes into the game. You know, if something's not working, then change it up.
And Cougars have had quite a bit of possession in the last couple of minutes. So they've got the lead now. It's 8-4. So Tigers have to really try and get something in the bag before this quarter finishes.
Baker Doran just out of play, so 2 in the circle there. Baker not willing to take the shot, looking for Somerville, so she is the go-to shooter.
She's got the contact call against her and put up the penalty.
Brings it back to 8-5, so Tigers will be looking for
and there's that lovely pass from Dwyer straight into Riley again, off that circle edge, you know.
It's that first-second release by the Cougars, which, you know, as we said, they are renowned for that quick ball, so...
And it's quick and it's clean.
Gardner just getting pulled. Quick release by Walker and into Baker.
9-6. There it is again. Riley's working that baseline very well, isn't she? Because she's managing to just get rid of Cooley as she drives that baseline.
So I was going to say the Tigers are going to need to change it up.
Amy's just done the same thing down her end.
The Tigers have changed it up in defence, so Gribble coming on as in the goal defence for Chanel Gomez. Probably looking to hold up that defence a bit because they have had that easy access, the Cougars, into their circle.
Yeah, and I do feel like Gomez was out of play a little bit in that first couple of minutes. So maybe that could also have been one of the tactics there, because we talk about how... one of the disadvantages that is if you're getting called out of play a lot. So the Tigers having to work...
dribbling out there by Baker.
It's just come out.
But Walker's picked up the scraps.
Tigers having to work really hard to get that ball in the circle. Now they've missed the second goal and the Cougars have managed to pick up a rebound.
That defensive pressure is really... quite suffocating for the Tigers at the moment, and they need to replicate that down this end, I think, and hopefully with Gribble on now, they might be able to...
Dwyer looking for the vision there for Riley off the circle edge. Lovely refeed. And the Cougars have managed to capitalise on that rebound, and it'll be their centre pass. Oh, fumble by Dwyer.
Picked up by Baker, much needed.
So the Tigers are still gnawing on this. I've noticed Amy Somerville has come out quite a few times out of the circle so far this quarter.
Nice pickup by Schuster. It was kind of...
And Baker has stayed in. So that must be something that works for these girls. Amy's putting up the shot and she gets that one.
So Tigers centre pass here, an opportunity to convert that turnover. So it really is that pressure by the Cougars that seems to be making the biggest difference at the moment. I think it's that one-on-one pressure and just clogging up that edge of the circle. And these defenders, Camo and Bakewell-Doran, making it very challenging. Nothing under the post at the moment. So Somerville having to take
it from quite far out the range.
Yep, she's not having much of a choice. She just has to take those long bombs because Camo and Bakewell-Doran at the moment are
really tight with their contests inside the circle.
And they're shoving the shooters into places where they don't.
They are. There's unfortunately that pass
no such
into Riley has hit her foot and gone out. So once again the Tigers, here is their opportunity. What are they going to do with it? Oh, Hunt with the tip. The turnover's been made and the Cougars have possession again. Gribble's now out of play in the centre third. Not ideal. Not ideal. Riley's put that shot away.
So here we go again.
There's Amy outside of the circle again. Katie Walker just balancing herself inside the circle there.
And unfortunately missing that long bomb now. So that pressure to make these long shots.
It's really on. I mean, we've got 4 goals in it. 3 minutes left.
Better defence here by the Tigers now, but excellent double play by Riley Holland and Chanel Dyer.
They've got a really nice refeed there with like a partnership with that refeed, don't they? They've played together for a long time.
I was just about to say their connections are built on that consistent knowledge of each other's game.
Yeah.
Cougars throw in. 2.5 minutes remaining. So Cougars will be looking to push that lead out. Of course, Tigers
Dyer going back for the reset. Gardner going back for the reset.
There it is, off the body coolie.
Off the body coolie. She came out for it for the Hunt, but unfortunately she was just
Hunt's the one that's
bit late.
We said that Cooley has been playing off the body a lot, so it was only a matter of time before she came out and grabbed one of those balls. But,
unfortunately, just the timing was off. Oh, lovely passing from Walker there.
Here we go, under the post.
And right under the post for Amy. Good vision. That's that experience there from Katie Walker.
Well, that's why the MVP award, the Legacy Sapphire, is named after Katie Walker. You know, most capped player in the Sapphire series
for 2019.
So, and still just a beast out there. I mean,
isn't she?
There's lots to love about her. I mean, I would like to be as fit as her.
I would love those arms. Look at them. Okay, Amy Somerville from far out again, and she's just put that one away with her classical high ball. 5 goals in it. Less than a minute and a half left.
So no one in the shooting circle here. Oh, Cooley almost getting another tip on that ball.
Almost getting a tip, but that pass from Dyer to Holland, you know,
bullet.
It is
threading the needle.
Threading the needle in the circle.
We did here in the World Cup commentary.
Yeah.
Another quick play between Schuster and Walker there also.
Off the circle
edge. Some good,
Amy Somerville. We're seeing some really great feeding today, aren't we? By these
feeding masterclass between Dyer and
players. Hard luck, Dyer. That's a replay ball.
Walker
No.
Appealing to the umpire. Come on, she wanted a replay ball.
It was a contact.
Just hoping.
Oh, Binion Hunt. Did you see the little spin she did there?
A roll off.
The roll. That was a bit fancy. Just trying to get some more space. We see that with Jiva in defence, don't we? The Jiva roll. Good pick up there by Baker. And now Schuster's lost it. Cougar.
Amy Somerville.
Amy Somerville. Love it when the shooters come out and get a couple of tips, touches and turnovers, isn't it? In defence.
And over a third call.
So now Tigers get the possession back because it was their centre pass.
Only 2 seconds remaining. Won't be able to get the ball down.
Unfortunately, Hooters gone. It is 12 to the Tigers and 18 to the Cougars at quarter time.
So it really was that defensive pressure put on by the Cougars in that first quarter that I think allowed them to dominate and have that access. And as we talked about, I guess that defensive pressure wasn't replicated down the other end because those connections that the Cougars had were much more easy, much more seamless into the circle.
Yeah, and I think that turnover from defence down into their attack, as we mentioned, the ball travels very quickly into the circle.
It doesn't allow the Tigers to set up much of a defence.
No, it doesn't, yeah.
Yes.
Whereas the Tigers have to work a little bit harder to try and get that ball into their shooters.
So as the players towel off and wipe their brows and take a few sips of water, we might
get
also
some feedback.
Grab our own sip of water. So we'll be back shortly for the second quarter of the HART series. Welcome back to the second quarter between the Brisbane North Cougars and the Carina Leagues Club Tigers.
Here at Ormiston College.
Cougars are up 18-12 as the second quarter starts. So, early turnover there for the Tigers, which they need to bring back this 6-goal deficit. And we see Leah Middleton on at goalkeeper and Hannah Gribble remaining. So Cooley has come off. At keeper. She's moved into wing defence actually, so
interesting change.
As we said,
maybe
the Tigers probably need to have a bit more of that defensive pressure.
A bit more contest on the body maybe in the circle against the shooters.
Yeah,
just to make Riley work a little bit harder to get that ball.
I think Leah Middleton will bring that. She is quite an aggressive player. She definitely contests for the ball. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. She's already got the turnover.
Bit of a fumble by Baker on the centre pass.
Nice high ball there by Walker.
Managed to get it back into Amy Somerville. Oh, what a shame she's missed it. And the rebound is back in the Cougars' possession. So here we have the Cougars moving it down to the court quite quickly, quite cleanly.
Lots of noise happening here. So the Cougars really trying to up the ante on the defensive pressure. Lots of noise coming from the bench.
The Tigers.
Tigers bench, sorry. Yes, getting confused. We're out here at Ormiston. We don't want to get the crowd offside.
Yeah, I think Liam Middleton, like you've mentioned before, is doing exactly...
Oh, she already came out straight away. And a contact call on her out of the corner.
That's a bit of a...
So yeah, just unlucky to get the call there. But we've got the turnover, so that pressure
on the rebounds, yep.
And that extra noise from the bench paying off. Good defensive pressure. We've got the nippers playing behind us too, so...
It's all happening.
It's all happening out here.
It's all happening out here.
Where else would you rather be?
Oh, lovely ball in from Schuster to Baker. Oh, she gets another shot at it. And that's in. So, looking at 5 minutes.
Yeah, Tigers centre pass.
Amy's come out of the circle again, Amy Somerville. Seems to be how her and Baker work well together.
Over shot
What's
ball
that?
there at the moment. So
Was that an
the
over a
umpires-
third? No,
the
that
umpires
was
called it off a Tigers
Tigers player.
So it's a Cougars throw in.
Amy Somerville was not happy with that call. Neither was Katie Walker.
Well, we know what players are like, pretending like they never touch it. You know, that's a classic netball move too, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the Tigers get it back.
But
which is
Tigers
good.
get it back. Oh, hard luck. Gribble and
It's a bit fun.
Cooley have sort of had a bit of a run-in, and now they've lost possession of the ball. But that defence inside the circle there with the Tigers has really stepped up this quarter. It's tight. Let's see what the Cougars can do. Macy Garner with the throw-in.
Lots of instructions being yelled by. Oh, Cooley.
Read it. Went for it, but unfortunately it's a contact.
Just getting called for contact. And Cara went on just telling Schuster to clean it up a little bit on the edge of the circle. Making very clear her expectations of the ladies have called.
Oh, and also letting the girls know that when they're out of play, they need to be up straight.
Good little fake there by Gardner.
But the call's been made inside the circle for the contact
Yeah,
on Middleton.
Yeah, as we were saying, we probably needed a little bit more on the body work by Middleton, and she just getting called for on the body with her arms up, holding it.
Riley Holland.
Yes.
There's that swing ball. Oh, good tip there by
by
Camo. And Maddie Hinchcliffe unfortunately gets pulled for obstruction, even though she got a tip on that ball. Cougars defenders are really working well together.
Tips
Good.
tips
Yeah.
galore, isn't it? And
Good
then-
communication between them as well.
And getting the throw in as well. So excellent job there by Cougars defence.
Lovely quick ball by the Cougars down the court.
Oh, and another
hard luck.
turnover, great pressure. So this defence, it's a defender's game at the moment because there's lots happening. So both attacks needing to just settle and help out their shooters.
I feel like there's been lots of turnovers already this quarter, and like you said, the teams need to settle. Settle in. Oops, we've had a off the foot there.
Gosh,
oh,
two players
goodness
down.
me.
Katie
It's
Walker, Riley
desperation on the floorboards.
It is.
We've had a few fumbleinas.
Now,
And now Cougars retain the ball there, reset themselves, and
Middleton just getting
manage
called
just
for
to
on the body again.
clean it up a little bit.
So we asked for better defensive pressure, and it has been happening for the Tigers because that access into the circle by the Cougars is not happening.
Yeah, it's shut down. But is Liam Middleton still getting called a little bit too much? Oh, lovely work by Schuster there.
Yeah, it's a fine line to play that, coming in and being on the body, but then also being called for contact. We thought that Riley Holland had a little bit too much space in the first quarter, and you have to be on the body and make it hard for the shooters. But it's a fine line to play when you're out of play also. As we know with the World Cup recently,
Yes,
some of our Aussie defenders had to adjust to some of the umpiring
Those
over
calls, yeah, especially in that last grand final.
there. Some of us are still devastated.
Some of us are still commiserating. And there's Hunt with the shot. Pushes their lead out to 23-14 into the quarter.
So 9 goals the difference now. Tigers really need to start working here.
And I think, you're right about it being a bit of a defender's game. The Tigers' defence have managed to step it up and get a little bit more, a few more opportunities for their team. And now it's just about these attackers putting those opportunities away, sealing the deal.
Oh, and almost.
Liam Middleton. What great defence.
Excellent. We love one of those kind of tips over the shoulder.
A bit of a shimmer. Kate Shimmer number. Yeah. Resetting here for the Tigers, going back. Nothing wrong with a pass backwards to reset. Lovely vision.
Feeding by Katie Walker. Thread the needle, as we call it. Between the two defenders.
Amy Somerville as the ball goes in. I'll look at them having a nice little chat. Oppositions, but still
edge of the circle too easily.
Good refeed there that between Dwyer and Holland. Obviously, that must be their little combo.
Yeah, this is what I'm enjoying. It's those combos between Harley and Dyer, and then also that combo between Somerville and Walker.
I was just going to say Walker and Somerville. Yeah.
Another turnover here by the Cougars. This will push their lead out to 10 if
Leah Middleton almost with the intercept there. She came out on the hunt, read it, but just a little too late. So Dwyer will have it outside of the circle. She's out of play. Hunt. Lovely athleticism around the post, but she got called for stepping out.
Out of court. So what do you think, Sam? 7 minutes, Middleton in, and she's just thrown one over the... Look,
I think she's really made an impact since she's come on. But like you say, there's that fine line between, contesting the ball and then getting pulled up and being out of play for it.
And once again, just pulled up and outside the circle too. She's definitely going to have to watch that outside the circle because that's just giving Cougars too many opportunities.
Yes, that's dangerous because you're giving them free access into the circle.
And with shooters like Hunt
and Holland,
they don't need any help.
No, they don't.
So there it is, 10 goals the difference, 26-16, Cougars.
With the centre pass.
The Tigers will be wanting, and we can see there Chanel Gomez just in that position, ready to come on the court with the rolling subs. So it looks like Leah Middleton might be something.
The shot, Riley.
We've got a Sapphire short break.
There it is.
Giving the Sapphire symbol.
Is this where Gomez is coming on?
Well, no, they're taking a short break. I'd imagine that Gomez will come on. She's got the goalkeeper.
She's got the goalkeeper bib. I think they might roll it on.
Yeah, well, potentially just getting stuck too much, just getting caught out of play. She's contesting those balls, she's going them, and I mean, she's made those feeders question and have to, pass the ball back to the transverse line and show a bit more patient play.
Yeah.
But potentially a little too much.
Think about it, yeah. So this will be interesting. Just keep your eye out for any changes. It's the rolling sub makes it hard for us, doesn't it, with the changes? Sometimes you don't even realise that on the other end there's a new position, a new player in that position. So
yeah, so lots of talk happening between those feeders now. Yeah. I mean, we've mentioned the connections between Walker and Somerville, but I guess they're just having a chat, Schuster and Baker, about what they can do to come into the game a little bit more as well.
Gribble's still on, looks like, in goal defence. Cooley at wing defence. Gomez looks like she's about to come on. So there's that changeover between her and Middleton in goalkeeper. Interesting to see whether the impact and the pressure in that goalkeeper position continues.
Lots of
with Gomez.
Between Gomez and Middleton.
And we've had a change for the Cougars shooter. So Riley Holland has come off, and we've got, is it Stour?
Yes,
Mia Stour as goal shooter.
So potentially just changing things up a bit. They're keeping the defence interested.
We've still got Bakewell-Doran. Bakewell-Doran and Camo in defence for the Cougars. So only one change per team. There's that lovely pass from Hunt into Mia Stour.
Good deception. She drew the defence, she drew Gomez out and then straight back to the post.
Drove straight back down.
The connections are still there even with Mia Stour on, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm loving this pressure from Hunt here in defence in the Cougars half. In the Tigers half. Somerville going for the shot. You don't often see the goal attacks defend so much all the way through to the transverse line.
It makes a difference though when those attackers come down to the transverse line, put the pressure on, put those arms up, make it difficult for those feeds into the edge of the circle.
Yeah, lovely pass by Stour into Hunt. Stour came out of the circle then.
Well, she is more of the moving shooter. I mean, Holland is holding shooter for
holding
the
shooter, driving off the baseline, yeah. We talk about how, you know, the moving circles make such a difference. Yeah, we're putting that pressure on.
Yeah, she was just holding off the body then, looking for that.
Oh, Gardner going for that. Oh, she's got it. Got the tip, got the turnover. Well done. Off the circle, edge for the Tigers there.
Bit of fumble for
yes.
Long bomb for Hunt here.
Oh, just missed it. Gomez has picked up the rebound. So Tigers, once again, this is your opportunity here. Let's capitalise on that. What have you got? Ball's coming down quite nicely. But Camo and Bakewell-Doran, they...
That edge of the circle pressure once again by... good movement by
Well
Somerville.
done by Amy Somerville.
She's doing a wealth of work around the edge of the circle.
She is.
Baker doing everything to keep that ball in. And the home crowd applauds. And maybe that's what needs to happen. A couple of turnovers here will bring the Tigers crowd into the play a bit, and they could become that 8th player the Tigers really need.
8th player. No one in the circle for the Cougars. Hunt's gone in, come back out again. Stour alone. Hunt's quite far out, calling for it.
Ooh.
The girls are being pushed out, and no one's near the post.
So an unlucky obstruction call there. I mean, Cooley needs to just watch that because, you know, the defenders were making those shooters work really hard. So.
Oh, lovely rebound by Hunt. I mean, they're putting the pressure on those Cougars shooters now because those girls are having to shoot from much further out than they have been from earlier on. So Gomez, you know, making an impact. Oh, lovely
Cooley.
tip by Cooley. There's the turnover.
There's that off-the-body work, using her footwork really well and reading the play so well. So this is the Tigers centre pass, so it's a must convert here. Somerville on the edge of the circle again.
Hinchcliffe getting her hand on it, but she's been pulled up.
Good split there by the shooters.
Somerville looking to refeed. Back out to Walker and...
Right, Walker slaps the wrists together, leading her girls to come together, gearing them up.
So we talked about how the Cougars managed in that first quarter to really get that ball down into their circle with ease, but the Tigers' defence have really stepped up in this second quarter, and it's hard work for them now.
I think Cooley into wing defence has made a huge difference. I think, you know, those changes between Middleton and Gomez, they're just keeping things interesting for that end.
They are. Lovely vision there by Baker into Amy Somerville. Camo and Bakewell-Doran just took their eye off the game for a second there as they went to reset, and the girls managed to see that quick pass.
The Tigers centre pass. And I guess this defence by the Cougars have been quite clean for a lot of the game too. I mean, they haven't given away a lot of penalties.
No, they haven't. So, yeah. So that ability to stay in the game and in the play has made a difference. So 8 goals in it.
30 seconds remaining. So
Tigers have managed to have 2 opportunities that they've capitalised on here. Hunt going up for the ball for the shot with 15 seconds.
Both shooters now out of play.
Both shooters, both defenders.
Both defenders, sorry. Sunday afternoon. So Tigers.
All right, 3 seconds. Wanting to get the ball into the circle quickly. Oh, no call was made, so Amy had to go for the shot.
She almost did Joe Harton in the England pool game there. So that's half time now, 31-22. And I think, yes, the Cougars have won that quarter 13-10 as well. So that's 2 bonus points to the Cougars' way so far. So what do you think the Tigers need to do coming back on at half time?
Look, I think that their circle defence has really stepped up, so they just need to settle into that and keep that defensive pressure up on the girls. I think that throughout the mid-court, maybe just a little, a couple of big passes, so they're losing possession of it. They can't afford to lose that possession in that centre court, so they just need to retain that possession and get it down to the shooters nice and safely. And just keep working around that circle, re-offering, so that the shooters are able to put the shots up.
So the girls wipe their brows and take a big sip of water here, and we'll take a break too and be back with the third quarter at the HART Sapphire series here at Ormiston College. Welcome back to the HART series, HART Sport Sapphire series. Half-time here at the Ormiston College Sports Centre between the Tigers and the Cougars. The Cougars are up 31 goals to 29, and we're just having
22?
31 goals to 22. Sorry, I'm engaged with the Nippers game that's out in front of us, but we need to get back to the stats here before half-time starts happening.
Very interesting stats so far.
What do you reckon, Sam?
Well, I mean, if we have a look at the centre pass conversion, the Cougars have had 23 out of 27 and the Tigers 18 out of 27. So that's obviously where the difference is being made in that 9-goal difference. I mean, it's pretty even with the turnovers, 14 to 15 for the Cougars. But then
it's that conversion that I think is a big difference as well.
Exactly.
Cougars are just capitalising on their opportunities just a fraction more.
Yeah. And it looks like the Cougars' shooting percentage at 89 and the Tigers at 76.
So
it's also quite reflective of the score.
Yeah, I definitely think they can bump that up a little bit.
I think that's got to do with what we talked about with the defensive pressure that the Cougars have put on the shooters, for the Tigers shooters, making them shoot from so far out.
And we were saying that they've been shooting from a long way out, and Somerville's doing a lot of work. So I think potentially if Alexia Baker can come into the game a bit, maybe confuse that defence a little bit, and we take a few more balls closer to the post, it'll just relieve some of that pressure a bit from both Baker and Somerville.
Yeah, and that shooting percentage might creep up a little bit more. I think that, you're right. Like Amy Somerville has been caught outside of the circle quite a bit this half already. Once or twice, no one was home. So
and credit to Camo and Bakewell Doran.
Camo to Bakewell Doran, because they are certainly making it hard for those shooters to get under the post.
The pressure around the edge of the circle can't be, we need to talk about the great work by Gardner and also by Hinchcliffe, no surprise.
Yeah.
They're not making it easy at all. I mean, there's been lots of refeeds, there's been lots of swings across, so here we are.
Second
third
half.
quarter. So they've been inspired by the little net set goers on the court. So what can the Tigers do?
A couple of long bombs by those little girls too, actually. It was very sweet.
And there we go. Turnover straight away by Gomez. This will be good.
Now, and I think Stour went to look like she was shooting, but she did a little pass, but it just didn't come off into Hunt's hands, and Gomez managed to have a clean intercept there. So the Tigers have managed to capitalise and bring the ball all the way down. Amy Somerville close to the post, which is what we were just talking about.
Great fake by Walker. There's been a positional change between Walker and Schuster, so we'll see if that makes a difference. I mean, Walker definitely has the fitness.
Back into centre, which is what she's
known for, I guess.
I was going to say notorious for.
Notorious for.
Notorious.
Those arms are notorious.
Yeah.
That fitness.
Yep. No other changes on the court, it seems.
Yeah, well, the Cougars have been dominated that first half, so I guess no need for those changes at this point in time.
And no changes for the Cougars either.
Good rebound there by Camo.
Okay, so Camo's got the rebound. Oh, Dwyer looking for a Cougar. No one in sight, so she's had to go back to Camo and keeper.
Schuster.
Schuster with a touch, a tip.
No turnover.
No turnover.
Bin and Hunt doing a wealth of work at the moment.
Yeah, Gribble just pulled up for the contact there.
And there we go.
Gomez, there's that pressure.
And just getting caught out of play.
Are they both
again.
out of play?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Oh, Hunt. Crucial shot being
great
needed.
work by Gomez.
Gomez with the rebound. On the sideline here.
Somerville out of the circle again.
Maddie Hinchcliffe with the tip in. In defence. Oh, no, not an obstruction call. Good work. The Cougars get it back.
Just unable to capitalise on that turnover again, and that's what we said. That was...
Oh, another turnover.
I don't know how
Katie Walker got her hands on it, and it's back to the Tigers, and the ball's been thrown out.
Okay,
Schuster just needing to compose herself around that circle edge.
She shoved her hand to the face, knowing that
was
an opportunity missed.
That her pass had too much on it.
Great long ball there by Hinchcliffe to...
Stour and Gomez really going at it in contest here inside the circle.
Getting called out of play again.
There's Stour though. Lovely long bomb there.
So a Cougar centre pass.
Riley Holland still having a Kit Kat.
Having a break.
Still having a break.
Oh, shove again by Gomez. It's going to be an interesting battle there by Stour and Gomez, isn't it?
Interesting that Stour went for the shot from quite far out, even though Gribble, it was a 2-on-1 situation, and Hunt was in a good position to put that ball up as well. So she had the opportunity to pass or shoot, and she's gone for the shot. Her range is good, and she managed to put it away. So, you know, going your own. It's backing yourself.
Gomez going out for the ball.
Going out for the Hunt and leaving Stour under the post.
Home alone.
You said it before I managed to. Lovely pass into Baker there for the Tigers.
Yeah, good vision. And that's that pressure that Somerville just provides coming out. I think they do that swap quite well with Baker getting into the post. We're seeing a few long balls had. And Stour now being pulled up.
Stour on the offensive contact. That's the Caitlin Bassett.
Just a bit of elbows.
Caitlin Bassett call from the World Cup that she got done with a few times, isn't it? Oh, Schuster looking in the circle, but the shooter's just not able to be there for that pass. Cougars managed to get the ball back down to their end. Stour once again going for that long range shot. Doesn't get it. Gomez with the rebound.
Yeah, it's great pressure over the ball there by Gomez.
Oh, look at Katie Walker just being the general here.
Yeah, telling
her girls where they need to go.
Really struggling in this mid-court at the moment. The pressure and just not wanting to give away a ball because they've sprayed a few passes here, the Tigers. So they must be patient and they must convert this.
And there's that shot. Amy Somerville. Bit of force on these passes, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oops, fumble through the legs.
Fumble through his back. Defense by Camo.
Somerville.
At the moment, that's the difference. Like Camo, it does have that behind position, but she is.
Straight into Hunt. Great vision there by Stour. No one was there. She was right under the post.
Body on body again. Shooter getting
hard
called
luck.
for the contact.
Stour. Offensive contact again.
Not happy with it, and the umpire just telling her to calm down to a Taylor Swift.
I'm not getting that.
Taylor Swift's new song. Calm down.
Okay. I'm not really.
The umpire's actually.
Tay-Tay's latest hits.
The umpire's actually just having a conversation with Chanel Dyer here. So
she's the captain of the Cougars.
So all players just needing to
settle.
Yes.
Settle themselves.
I think there's a lot of on-the-body work happening here and a lot of defensive pressure.
And the talk. There's been a lot more talk.
Yes.
It's been quite noisy again this quarter.
Well, I don't think the umpires are appreciating some of the back chat either. So.
No. Baker, 3 attempts.
Just palming off to Amy.
And then just giving it off to Amy.
Well, here we go.
Another opportunity that the Tigers desperately needed.
It's that centre pass conversion.
Of that centre pass, which they have lost. So, Mia Stour probably trying to just play a bit cautiously
and as
in
we
that circle.
As we see Leah Middleton now in goal defence. So this is the experienced lineup of the Tigers that we know. Leah Middleton and Chanel Dyer. And there's the turnover. So Cooley in wing defence. So I'm interested to see this. We've got Cooley in wing defence, Leah Middleton goal defence, and now Chanel Gomez in goalkeeper.
Great tip by Bakewell Doran.
Defenders game this afternoon, really. So Tigers, this is...
the Cougars really putting up that pressure and then losing it again, and then getting the tip and gaining it.
It's that mid-court pressure that they're putting on. It's just suffocating.
Pass loss between Stour and Hunt there, just a bit too much, but there's a contact call being given, so they get another opportunity.
They're now unable to sink a few goals.
Missed it.
Oh, no, just some miscommunication between Walker and Schuster. We've been talking about the talk, and there was just no talk in that situation. I think desperation coming into the Tigers a bit, and they just need to probably calm their heads a little.
Yeah, just settle it down a little bit. Desperation on the floorboards. Oopsies. Dyer's walked back and walked back into her.
Just having a moment, and lovely to see Dyer and Walker. No love lost there. The crowd has gone absolutely silent, a bit unsure.
It's silent here
as we wipe
the
up
poor
the
little
court.
Redlands girl comes to wipe the court.
But a great comradeship there between Dyer and Walker, which is great to see.
I mean, it was a complete accident.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Middleton, out of play again. Here's another.
Yeah. I think she needs to clean that up a little bit. That's been a big difference there in the circle.
The ball was not even near Hunt. It was actually in the possession of Dwyer outside of the circle.
An offside call, giving possession to the Cougars again. So once... Oh, Gomez!
She saw it. She came out. She nearly had it.
And the crowd loves it. And she deservedly gets the throw-in.
Gets the throw-in, yeah. We love a good Hunt, don't we?
Oh, we do. It's reminiscent of Laura Geitz, and as we saw on Instagram this week, Laura Geitz having a little...
Well, she's not hunting. She's feeding.
Yeah, she is.
With her new baby boy. All right.
So Cougars up by 11, 6 minutes to go. So just in the lead for this quarter at the moment.
I think that what Tigers have managed to do was what the Cougars were doing in the first half. And now their defensive pressure is really on tight. So Stour was having to put some shots up from
long range.
Yeah, long range, which is good for the Tigers to put that pressure on.
But the Cougars at the moment are withstanding some of that
Oh,
pressure.
what a great intercept! Hard luck. She's lost at Bakewell Doran.
She's had a good game so far.
Her and Camo have really just...
I mean, they've silenced Baker. Oh, no, long bomb there.
Gomez is there, though. She saw it.
So Tigers really looking, because they're wanting this bonus point here for this quarter. 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, double dodge on the baseline.
I love a good double dodge.
That's the Joe Harton double dodge there.
That's my Joe Harton favourite. And as a coach, that is really hard to train to players. So great job by Anna Somerville.
Oh, the swing ball almost. Still finding it hard to penetrate right into that circle close to the post.
The movement and the changes of Camo and Bakewell Doran is just beautiful.
I mean, these girls could be ballerinas. They're just on their toes constantly, aren't they?
And they just stop so well and not getting out of play.
And not getting any contact calls either. It's clean.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference in defence at the moment. Middleton and Gomez just getting caught on the body, whereas, Twinkle Toes, Bakewell Doran
and Camo. Clean
as...
Oh, lovely refeed by Dwyer there with Hunt.
Yeah, but into space as well, which, she sighted where Hunt was going
and just popped the ball in for her. Katie Walker wanting to have a quick centre pass. Really wanting to capitalise. It'd be interesting to see if the Tigers are going to get this quarter. Win this quarter for the bonus points. There's 10 goals in it. Amy Somerville, hard luck. She's missed another one of her long bombs.
So this will make it difficult now, particularly if the Cougars can capitalise on this.
Mia Stour outside the circle. Hunt back out. Lots of talk in the circle here by the defenders, the Tigers defenders. And Walker giving some instructions.
Great hold by
Middleton. Oh, she's out of play. Both out. Hunt gets another opportunity. Another bite at the cherry.
Just silencing the crowd completely there.
It was very quiet, wasn't it?
So Hunt doing a wealth of work there again. Gomez just getting caught on the body. That competition between Stour and Gomez.
Gomez is very tight, isn't it? I wouldn't want to be that umpire.
Yeah, Gomez just being told to clean it up there by King Foreman. So Walker trying to encourage her team. Good
Gardner
off the body by Gardner.
Took that bounce pass.
She saw it coming.
She did.
Didn't follow Walker to the circle edge because she sighted that ball. Nice little fake there by Walker.
But Hinchcliffe is on Schuster.
Yeah, she's smarter than that.
It's not a clean ball. The defenders there. Oh, lovely work by Bakewell Doran.
Clean again by Bakewell Doran.
Just over the top, takes the tip and retrieves it. These defenders for Cougars are top-notch this evening. Stour from far out. Middleton with a good defence. Quite a vertical jump on her there. Okay, so they've pushed the 10 to 13.
Yes.
1 minute 45. Oh, sorry, 14. 14 goal lead.
Oh, and a Sapphire short break at 1 minute 40 to go. Interesting here. What do you think the tactics is here, Samantha?
Okay, so 40? Who called it?
So this was a Tigers short break.
Oh, did the Tigers call it?
Katie Walker doing the diamond. I think the Cougars are up at the moment.
They are?
Well,
do you mean in the quarter?
The Cougars are up for the quarter. I believe it's probably a 3-goal lead at this stage.
Is it?
Yes. So with 1 minute 40, 1 minute 40 remaining. So I think.
So this is desperate times for the Tigers because, those last 3 goals were only just in the last minute or so. The Cougars got a roll on. So Tigers want to take this quarter. They want to take the quarter.
Yes.
That's their short-term goal here,
absolutely.
Isn't it?
I mean, 1 minute 40 to go though. Do you think this is a good tactic by them to call it? Is there enough time to get it back? So the Cougars, just getting confirmation, the Cougars are up 13-8, so they're by 5.
It's 5, yeah.
So
a bit more than what we thought. So I don't know if it's going to be in sight with 1 minute 40 to go.
Yeah, but the Cougars huddled there, very close-knit together. They're doing a lot of talking. Katie Walker is, really giving a lot of encouragement to her team.
Tigers.
Oh, jeez, I'm getting confused with the big cats.
You are getting confused with the cats.
Very confused with the big cats. Apologies to the Tigers fans there.
Okay, so
let's see what the Tigers can do.
So we've had a change. So
Grant.
Baker's come out to wing attack. Grant's come in at goal attack. So they've changed their circle. They've changed their attacking front line. Walker's still on. Schuster's come off. That's what's happened.
So Maddie Grant by the Tigers.
Oh, turnover for the Tigers. Here they go. They are desperate. No time is being wasted for them. Oh, no. Schuster's come into wing defence. Middleton's still goal defence. And Gomez.
And Baker into wing attack.
Is goalkeeper. Yeah, I just said that. So they've made some significant changes here. They've made a change to their goal attack and pushed their line forward. So Schuster's gone into wing defence.
So I guess really looking for an attacking line here. Oh,
Middleton, hard luck. So Cooley's gone off. And,
So needing some of those potential attacking options, I guess, all the way down to
all the way down, yeah.
And interesting, because Baker, we've talked about how Somerville's been doing a lot of work at the front, and to send Baker into wing attack, I guess
that's organically a good decision.
Yes, hoping to leave Somerville into the circle a little bit more, and Walker pleading for that ball to come in for a quick centre.
Yeah, no time wasted for Walker.
But Somerville out of the circle once again. Okay, twinkle toes in.
Right in and...
She went
on
for
the hooter. hooter.
Definitely would have got the Tigers crowd up and about if that ball had gone in.
It reminds me of that moment with Caitlin Bassett in the final when for 4 seconds how she forgot to turn and shoot it. Instead, she passed it off.
So there we go. Confirmation of the third quarter score, 13-10. So the Tigers did pull it back by 2. But the Cougars are taking the bonus points for the third quarter. So
3 quarters. So Tigers want to come out in the fourth quarter, guns blazing. They want to hit the deck hard, and they want to walk away with
a bonus point.
A bonus point for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because it's a 12-goal deficit now, so that'll be hard to come back from. But I guess they just got to start small. They just got to start with the quarter.
That's right.
So it'll be interesting to see if that lineup remains the same. What do they do? Do they make any more
You mean
changes?
the lineup that just happened after the Sapphire short break?
And maybe that's why they brought it on, because they want to test it for the fourth quarter and just see what happens and keep that defensive line for the Cougars thinking and changing. So.
And I mean, there was an impact made because they managed to pull up 2-goal deficit in that short time of 1:40.
Absolutely.
Opportunities are there.
So we'll wrap it up in a moment. We'll take a break ourselves and be back for the exciting fourth quarter here at Ormiston College.
So who's getting a badge this one?
So we're here with the fourth quarter of the HART Series Sapphire series between the Cougars and the Tigers. And Riley Holland back on court as goal shooter
for the Cougars.
Mia Stour sinks the goal.
We've got another change in wing defence for the Cougars.
Yeah, McLeod.
Yep, she's come on.
May as well. They've got the lead, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So that's Hinchcliffe. She's come off. They've kept Camo and Bakewell-Doran in the defence, circle defence. Yes,
and this attacking lineup remains the same too. So it'll be interesting to see what impact they can have.
So now the changes for the Tigers there hasn't been any changes since 1:40 of the third quarter. Oh, clean ball into Hunt there, home alone, under the post, which made an impact in that last 1:40. So let's see how that sort of pans out a little bit. Oops, we've had a bit of a fall and a fumble, and it's going to be a Tigers penalty. Amy Somerville, long range.
Oh, dribbles in.
Dribbles in, yeah.
Great job. Oh, hesitation there by Gardner.
Oh, Walker, so close for that intercept.
We've just been talking about the connection between Dyer and Holland all game, but then that pass not going on. I guess Holland's taken a...
Oh, Hunt almost taking that intercept. Saw the long pass over to Middleton. Came out for the Hunt. Hunt for the Hunt.
Hunt for the Hunt.
Amy not feeling confident shooting from far out there. She's gone in for the read feed.
Yeah, just trying to get closer, bringing Grant into the game.
Umpire just having a word with Camo.
Clean up the obstruction, no doubt.
Oh, I think it was like make sure that you stay out
of
play until the ball is
released.
Yeah, moving off early.
So
oh, she's gone out of court. Bakewell
in from out of court. And McLeod just getting a few contact calls early on, so...
we've talked about this consistently throughout the game, haven't we?
Well, and it's coming from a Cougars side.
This is from the Cougars,
Hinchcliffe has played quite a clean game, so I guess it's interesting that the crowds come on.
Yeah. Oh, it's Cougars ball.
Cougars.
Must have come off Grant then, I think. That's what's happened.
Oh, nice tip by Sullivan Walker. No.
Doesn't
tip it back in.
Getting done for the contact. She saw it.
Great facial expressions by Katie Walker there. Oh, she's just telling her to calm down. I thought she was going to give her the sign of the cross, but telling herself to breathe.
Okay, Cougars bringing the ball down. Riley far out of the circle. Oh, Hunt falling out and just passed it off into the hands of Katie Walker. So, Tigers, here is your opportunity once again.
They must convert. We know their conversion hasn't been great all game. Grant for the long bomb. Full short.
Oh, she slipped and Bakewell Doran has picked it up. She had a slip on the floorboards. Middleton.
Almost kicks it to herself. Got skills with the toes as well as the fingers.
Oh, there's a little bit of argy-bargy there. Oh, between Middleton and Hunt. Gomez saw the ball, came out for it, but she's fallen over, unfortunately. It hasn't come off for her.
Gomez throws. Middleton up into the sky. They're loving it. They're enjoying themselves. Yeah. They've got nothing to lose this quarter. No. Everything to gain.
Everything to gain.
Bonus points. Oh, great jumps by Camo. Just getting caught for obstruction. Unlucky, but doesn't matter. Sinks the goal anyway.
Sinks the goal. Amy Somerville. Somerville sinks it.
Riley Holland down. Straight back to Binion.
Oh.
I was just going to say, great connections for the shooters, but
Riley's
overcooked.
Overcooked again, yeah.
Oh.
And just when the Tigers get another bite at the cherry, they lose it again. So I think it's time, a bit of composure. The Tigers need to just settle this into this quarter and get some composure happening, especially around...
Just when they get the turnover, I think they need to really breathe in those moments, because that's where they've been losing it.
Oh, Gomez, lovely outside arm.
The defence are getting these tips, touches and turnovers, but then it's not being converted.
And we saw that in the stats at half-time.
Yeah, I think that'll be a big area
Riley's
of work.
first goal for the quarter? I think that might have been.
Yeah, well, Hunt's been doing a lot of work out the front. Great work by Camo and Bakewell Doran.
And McLeod managed to pick up an intercept. I was just going to say the defensive pressure around that circle is full on.
Yeah. And it starts around the edge of the circle. I mean, we've talked about Bakewell Doran and Camo doing a great work, but it is the work of Gardner and McLeod around the edge of the circle as well.
Yeah, that's right. And Gardner with that outside arm almost got the tip then. Grant from far out. She's got that. She's got it. In like Flynn. Here we go. 37-49 to the Cougars.
12 points the difference, so Tigers have had a good quarter so far, so keeping in it, keeping in the contest.
So they've pulled the lead down by 2.
Bonus points still up for grabs for them, so there's still something to walk away from this match with.
Something to, Okay, we've had a sub for the Tigers. Wing defence. Haig has come on in wing defence.
For Schuster.
For Schuster.
Taking a break.
Taking a kick out.
And there she goes. She gets a tip on the ball around the edge.
Tried to do. She's just done a Gabby Simpson.
Yeah, that's one of your favourite moves.
Yeah, and take an intercept on the circle edge. Short.
Just on the hand by Gomez.
With that shot, Gomez out of play. And she gets the advantage goal. I feel like Gomez was a little bit cheeky there with her positioning of out of play.
Yeah.
Really pushing the limits there with the umpires. What great vision by Hunt into Riley with that long pass. Gomez saw it though.
She's just having a giggle with herself. I think she saw the opportunity, but
just Bakewell Doreen almost. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we talked about the wing defence. So just being called to. So she's just being told to adjust her work around the edge of the circle. We were saying that she was being pulled up a few times, so the umpire just telling her to adjust now. So she has to be very careful because then she's just out of play there. So potentially a caution coming.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that the next step?
Yes.
Caution.
Yes.
So,
as far as game management protocols are concerned, but Kim Foreman is definitely under control of those.
And you know, like we saw that a lot in the World Cup, didn't we?
Yes, lots of
umpires really stepping up their game management. Oh, whoa!
And off the post.
Off the post, but no one was ready for it.
That was maybe a Dyer saw no option, so she tried herself. And another turnover here. So I think that's been the story of the Tigers game. It's that turnover conversion ability and remaining calm and just sinking those goals when it counts.
Yeah, unfortunately that hasn't happened for them often enough this game.
You know, because the defensive lineup there've been lots of changes, but they have managed to grab those turnovers throughout the game.
Yeah, definitely. Gomez, Middleton, Gribble, you know, Cooley, they all came out and they got the touches, the tips and the turnovers.
Yeah, your Tigers have definitely used their bench today. I mean, they've tried everything. They've thrown a few different combinations out there.
Fresh legs.
But this quarter still on the line for them, so...
Still an opportunity. Oh, that's
Gomez.
Unfortunate. Gomez
has
got done outside of the... I thought that maybe Dwyer might have got the offensive contact then, but no.
Yeah, well, I guess it was just her positioning. Potentially a little bit late.
It's a 2-on-1 for Middleton. That must... I'm not a defender, so I wouldn't know, but that, I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Against Hunt and Holland, definitely not.
Yeah.
And I mean, both capable one-on-one anyway, so...
Yeah. Oh.
And here it is.
There it is, yeah.
Yes. So she was given plenty of opportunity, so that was the obvious next step. So McLeod needing to clear that.
There's the vision by Somerville into Grant, just a little one. But she's missed the attempt.
This is under the post.
So Zach, talk us through, as an umpire, talk us through what happens now with McLeod if, after that caution, she gets pulled up again.
The next step would be, and it's only if it's on the edge of the circle, so if it's the same type of infringement, you'd be looking that the umpire would be moving to the warning. But, you know, after that's been spoken to in our caution, you'd be expecting that McLeod comes off the body. She's got that experience, and I mean, Liz White won't be having it either, so...
Yeah.
I mean, because a facet of the defence of the Cougars is that they have managed to stay in play for this game.
And their defence has been clean.
Yes, yeah.
So Cougars just got a shot in, but there was a bit of a fumble. And now that Tigers have also put one away.
Oh, Middleton, great from position. Oh, unlucky.
The centres are really quick to get the ball moving on the centre play, aren't they? No one is wasting any time here.
And Gardiner not happy with the call, throwing the ball away. So Cara Winterbom just telling her to bring that ball back straight away. could have been perceived as delaying play.
Yeah, delaying play.
So just lacking a little bit of diligence here now at the Cougars.
Good shot by Grant.
So both Somerville and Grant obviously capable of getting those long bombs in.
Be interesting to see how the Tigers' shooting percentages has gone this half. Seems that it was 76 in the first half, which is we talk about how you want your shooters to be shooting at 85% in this
at this
division.
Yes.
Yeah, at this level,
So
Riley's out. Quite far from
no
home.
one into the circle at the moment. So just changing it.
Middleton,
who
hands
picks
on it.
up?
Gomez has got it. I think Hunt will get done for obstruction there. Yeah.
She did. Smile on her face.
I think she knew.
Yeah, well, there was no one
She
home.
knew what was happening.
The lights were off.
Oh, Camo. No, Bakewell
Oh,
Doran.
there's Camo. She's also wanting a hand in the fight.
It's like
all wanting a piece.
Yeah.
So 12 points in it.
Cougars got the ball. Oh, Dwyer.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my gosh, what
How did
hand
she not get-
coordination is that?
Absolutely. She was just so aware that she
That is amazing.
passed off the ball before she stepped.
Oh, Sapphire short break called by Cougars.
There we go. Well,
Okay, do
2
you
minutes
think
remaining.
this is where Liz White makes the move to get McLeod off and Hinchcliffe back on? I did see Hinchcliffe sticking her bib on.
Well, there's only 2 minutes remaining. And look, Tigers have the opportunity to win the quarter here. I think it's very close. And they'll be looking to, take some pride, I guess, leaving this home game.
Yeah, with a quarter. With a quarter up their sleeve.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
it would be interesting to see what the score is for the quarter, actually. Oh, it's 13-12 to Cougars, so Cougars are just up by one. So it's in the reach for the Tigers.
Well, Liz White would have wanted this Sapphire series, short break because she will want the 4 bonus points here. We know what, a great experienced coach that Liz White is, so she will not be happy with anything more than 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So,
all or nothing.
So we see McLeod remains on.
She's
so
on.
Probably just an opportunity
Any
to tell
other
it cleaner.
changes?
No
changes.
I think it would have just been an opportunity for them to regroup and say, girls, we need this. This is what we need.
There's one in it. Let's do it.
So
Reset, regather.
Here we go. Get ready for 2 minutes, Tigers fans. Can we finish with the bonus point? 1 goal in it.
This is your team.
East.
Thompson, so come on, rally behind them.
Offside call.
It's still Tigers' possession.
Oh, it's a throw.
It's a throw. It's Tigers' ball. So she's got, and Tigers got the contact. She's going to put, oh yes, she's got that shot.
Evens up the quarter time score. 13 all. Here we go. 1 minute 20 to play. Cougars centre pass. Oh, Dyer stays onside.
With the balance.
Great job.
Oh.
All right, 14-13. Tigers must score here.
Must score to be in it.
Back to Hayes, good patient play, not willing to give anything away, not wanting to get that ball into the head. Oh, Somerville turns, not wanting to take the shot.
Draw for the bonus point. Not an option.
Katie Walker double fake.
And Grant
big shot for Grant. No, overcooked.
It's gone too far. Too many wheat bits.
So they must get this back here, Tigers, if they want.
Oh,
no!
Great defence, but just got done for obstruction. What a shame. But, I mean, it's still holding the ball up.
That's right. Well, they need the turnover, though. Oh! Katie Walker saw it.
She had the vision.
All the players going for
play
it.
by Dyer and Hunt.
And there we go. That'll make it 15-13. So at this stage, Cougars centre pass 17 seconds. Liz White, good tactical timeout. It looks like the Cougars are going to run away with all 4 quarters. Highland.
Riley shooting from quite far out here. Wanting to sink it. Yeah. 16-13.
And there it is.
There's the hooter. Well done to the Cougars. Full-time score, 60-45. They've walked away with all 4 bonus points here at Ormiston College.
Hugs all round by both Cougars and
Look
Tigers.
at them. They're all good friends.
Great camaraderie. Yeah, these girls have been playing together for a long time, so...
It's the Cats family.
Yeah. The big Cats family. So it's great to see the camaraderie.
Oh, look, the coaches are over there having a chat too.
Yeah, so Liz White will be happy with that by her girls. Very, very capable team, and Cougars retain their spot.
Their spot is
top of
number
the ladder.
1.
And
Top
probably
of the ladder, yeah.
pushing it out a little bit with, walking away with 4 bonus points as well.
Yeah.
So who do you think what was the biggest difference, do we think, Samantha, today?
Look, I think the defensive pressure throughout the court for the Cougars is really what got them in good stead for this game.
Well, it was tight between Camo and Bakewell Doran, but, quite often throughout the game we talked about how good Bidin Hunt was defensively as well, coming down to the transverse line.
So it's everyone in that team.
Yeah, round the edge of the circle by
Dyer as well.
Yep, and Gardner.
And of course in the on the defence end with Hinchcliffe and then
McLeod.
Yeah. So I think that the Cougars definitely have got themselves a good position, in this far in the competition, being on the ladder at the top with such a big scoreline. And I would say it's definitely down to that court defence.
And they just have a little bit easier ability to get that ball into the shooters as well, I think, with Holland and Stour, they were having quite easy access in. So, and Tigers changed it up a bit. They changed up their defensive lineup quite frequently. But
they've got the depth.
Yeah.
They've got the depth there off their bench, which we saw today in both the defence and also the attack. It was a very interesting change that they made to put some attackers...
Late in that third quarter,
to put some attackers in defensive positions to increase their movement of the ball down into their circle. So they had lots of options and were trying lots of things. So well done to them as well.
Yeah, just unable to come away with the bonus point there at the end. So... that brings us to the end of the Carina Leagues Club home game here at Ormiston College. So great work by the Tigers over the Cougars with a 60 goal.
Oh, no, great work by the Cougars.
The Cats. I got confused by the Cats
over
again.
The Tigers.
Cougars over the Tigers, 60-45. So enjoy your Sunday night, and we'll be back with round 7 next week for the HART Sapphire series.
This is Sam.
And Zach.
See ya.